on here. Okay, well, back with another live stream. Last one I changed some settings in my router. Let's see, what did happen? Yeah, I changed settings in my router and it rebooted and lost the stream, and I just kept going because I just, I was going to have to upload the video anyway, and I just kept going until I had to have a break. So I thought, well, I may as well try another stream with this one. Anything I don't have to upload, it saves me a lot of time, so I like to always stream when I can. So it hit me a while ago. Let me check my audio on my stream. I see that it's up there. Got video. Okay. It's in the red zone, but hopefully it usually gets better after a bit. But so I've got the camera, the new Komery camera, sitting there in Wi-Fi mode, waiting to be paired or logged in, logged into the what they expect. I guess what they're expecting you to do is do a direct connection to a wireless device like a tablet or a phone. I look in the previous video. I went to I scanned their QR code and with my phone, and I just had a feeling I should check that website out before I went to it. So I got on my computer and typed it in and did a search for it, and then I have a add-on in my browser that can scan links for malware. Sure enough, there was one engine out of 80, but one's too many to detect malware on that site. So I decided not to go there. Let's see. How did I? Somehow I saw a preview of the site or something. How did I notice that? Did I actually go to it? Anyway, I might have went there. Anyway, because I remember seeing, maybe I went there first and then scanned it, because all there was a white page with some Chinese text in the middle. I saw that. Anyway, I'm getting really tired, getting kind of mixed up. Yeah, I quit coughing. Until I talk again, I guess is what's happening. I got a cough drop. I noticed it was getting itchy though when I tried to get back to the stream. So I got a cough drop. Kind of seems like they make me cough more at first and then they help. So, what I realized though is I could try getting a tablet and using one of these apps that I have on it already. I thought about it, that you don't absolutely usually always have to use the app that they recommend or that they made for the device like this. So, like my security cameras, the app had very bad ratings, and it wouldn't. It won't. See, that app wasn't compatible with my phone anyway. But I went ahead and used the phone to scan it just to find the URL, and I wanted to check it out before I tried to put it on this tablet because I don't have a QR code scanning app on the tablet anyway. So then I remembered I saw this a couple of times. It's called Tanny Cam Free that I put on here to be able to view my security cams. And if this thing is streaming any kind of IP camera stuff, then I should be able to see it. I can see I can see myself right now because this camera that you're seeing me on is normally up in the window as one of my security cameras. On the other one, which I couldn't show, I could just show you a picture in the on the tablet. There's no point in that. Anyway, it's they're both in there. Let's see if I can add this. Just realized I can try adding another camera. Let's see if it sees it. But it's not exactly what that. I kept thinking maybe, and I still might be able to connect to it. Connect it to my router. I went around and around with my router and read, and then I started looking at security issues and stuff. I didn't want to turn on anything unsafe. I actually found out I had UPN. They had turned on UPnP by default, and it was hidden in a sub menu that I never looked into. So I turned it off. I hope it doesn't stop. Dang it. UPnP is universal plug and play, and I do use Skype, but hopefully if it stopped, I can manually open that port. I have to find out what port it's using. But so anyway, let me see. Can't remember what you got to do to add a new device. I know I'm not showing it, but I'm getting so tired now. I just want to see if I can get anything done. Yeah, scan network. Let's do that. Because it's all on the same network. So there's the D-Link router. Anything else? I guess it's done. Adding the router wouldn't work. Wouldn't do me anything. I don't know. I don't really remember. It shows the router and oh, it's not quite done yet. Yeah, it shows the percentage, 97%. I don't know if it only scans for new devices or all devices. There should be the two that are already in there. Starts fast and slows down, I guess. Almost there. All it saw was my router. I think I had to. Well, I don't know the IP address. That's the thing. I don't think it doesn't have an IP address. Oh. When I clicked on the little button that I thought was going to like show more or something, it actually deselected the router. Let's go back. I don't think it should be selected. Seems like it's maybe added something that's not there. It's not set up. Yeah, video failed, not found. Everything goes away faster than you can click on it. Yeah, I added one, but this time I'm going to try. There it is. I'm going to click on it, and then what? I don't believe it'll. There was a check mark on the D-Link. I guess it was scanning the D-Link is what it was. Now it was a check mark on the D-Link, and I clicked this button on the bottom right, and now it was a search icon. Look like a magnifying glass, Now it's scanning again. but it's deselected. The D-Link shows up, but it's deselected. Maybe because it now sees there's no camera there. I don't know. I kind of remember I had to set up. I think one showed up. And the other one still scanning. And one showed up and one I had to manually put in of these two cameras that's in there. Sorry. Okay, so it's this time it's just back to where it was, but now the D-Link's not selected. But it has another device in there, but you see no preview. So somehow I added a device, and it says 404 not found. I wonder if I can edit the settings for that. Well, I don't know the IP. Camera settings. Camera name D-Link. D-Link. Yeah, it's... The only way that would do you any good is if you had a camera on there and it was forwarded, you know. Username, password, HTTPS. I don't know if it's using... I know it probably is using HTTPS. Let's see. Thing is, I'm finally realizing that this camera, I think, is set up to be a device-to-device connection, not to go through your router, but to go from the camera to a phone or a tablet straight on, and might be able to still get it to hook up to the router. It doesn't have it. The thing is, my old routers, I could see Wi-Fi devices in the area, and then I could, try to connect to them at least. If you know the password and everything, you can connect to them usually. But auto update remote IP address. Yeah, I don't know what ports it's using. If it's anything like I don't think it's going to be just like one of these IP webcams where it uses port 8080 or any of that stuff. Oh yeah, on one of the cameras I had to tell it, don't use port 80, use 8080 to get it to work. What I think it's doing is just seeing the router, because it's serving up IP addresses, and it's and I maybe even, since it is running a web server, but it's not seeing, well, port 80 is what the web server's on, but I'm not serving any camera. I'm serving a website. That must be why it sees it, because I'm serving up the website. That doesn't help me with this. I was thinking I should home Wi-Fi network connected. I'm worried about. I was thinking about taking it out because it's a. Well, but it doesn't show a preview, so I guess it doesn't really fool anybody. Me, it made me see it and want to click on it. Can turn on use encryption. But the thing is, it doesn't use a user ID, the camera. It uses a SS. It just has an SSID and a password. Could try putting it in there, I guess. I don't think that would work, though, because it's going to the router's main IP address. And I don't believe that, I'm sure that that camera hasn't connected to the router and gotten an IP address, now that I realize what's going on. Go ahead and put the camera's password in there and put it on HTTPS. And I'll just leave it on that port because that's the only port that this thing uses open. Check the statistics. Sure connection, yes. No frames. No drop frames. Oh, it's going to 443 now. Yeah, it didn't connect. Okay, let's see. See if we can take out that HTTPS, but leave the password in there. Okay. Oh, well, that's cool. You can check the status. Tells you that way you can experiment. Now it's going to video.cgi by default. I don't know. It didn't work. So wait, what about the username? I wouldn't have a clue. I'm not going to guess usernames. So get rid of all that. Check it again. I took that out of there, took the password and all that out of there. Now it's trying to go to port 80. Videos.cgi. I never seen anything that used video.cgi. I've seen them use like my VLC streams that I pick up in OBS Studio that you can see right now. That uses the IP address port 8080/video with no extension. But different different devices. It's whatever they. It's whatever. Basically, /video is a folder, so that's where that's being served up from. It's on the root directory in the video folder. That's what that means. So that's where that video is being served up at. That's where it's being cached, I guess you would say. Where the stream is, being saved, but of course it's not staying there. It's just a live stream, so it caches it and then it goes away after so long. I don't know how long, but depending on it's just default in IP webcam how it does it. But I'm figuring there's more and more to all this. The more you learn, the more there is to learn. Okay, so there's about everything you could imagine in ways to hook up another camera, but all that really is just there's no stream preview, so it's just showing a little grayish picture of a camera. And then when you try to go to, if you click on it, then that brings it up full screen on this tablet, and it just says 404 not found. What I would like to do actually is get it out of there. Let's see. Start sequence cameras per page. Manage cameras. There it is. It's trying to get me to buy something. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's called D-Link. Yeah, edit, delete, copy text, delete. Yeah, because that'll just be, it's annoying to me. But this is a pretty cool app. Some of the features are not, can't really see it, can you? It does see, you can see me in one. Normally that one's out my window, and the other one is my security cam. You can just quickly open up the app, and that's what you see. And then if you want to see, full screen view, then you touch the one you want to see. It's probably going to make a feedback loop doing that, but I don't know if I got it. Well, I can't seem to get it to. Anyway, you know what I mean. Know what I mean, Vern. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this app. I'm going to see what other apps are on here, but I don't even think there's another one of those kind of apps on here, because I think that's all I needed. And definitely not going to scan. I don't have anything to scan it with. I was sitting there thinking, well, I ought to put QR drawer in here, but not right now. That's not what I'm doing. But yeah, there's only that one app that's for looking at cameras like that on here. There is a scanner app, but that's for scanning things like to making a document. Yeah, TinyCam free. There were several I tried out, 3 or 4. Maybe I think I've narrowed it down to about 5, and then only installed about 2 or 3 of them, and that was the one I liked best. But it's one of those, partially functional apps if you don't pay for it. So it's kind of odd because if you, it says the audio won't work unless you pay for it, but it does work I guess it works when you make it full screen. That one, the security cam has audio built into it, and but then you can't. I think you can record silent videos. You're recording the stream, but you don't get the audio. And then the camera itself, I thought it records 5 megapixel videos all automatically. Every time it sees some movement, it records for so however long, I forgot. And I downloaded several of them, and there's no audio in the recorded video. I was like, what the heck? Why wouldn't it record the audio? It streams it, but doesn't record it. And that is the camera I bought. I mean, that's the hardware. I mean, that's the firmware inside the camera. So there's always some kind of crap with this stuff. I mean, why buy a camera with audio if you're not going to get the audio in your videos? And of course, if you had something happen where you wanted to, you show that video to the police or something, you want the audio, right? So why'd you pay $65 for the camera, and that's supposed to have audio, and then it doesn't record it? Yet it streams it. So it should be, the important thing is to have it in the recording, not to have it in the stream. You could actually, by not sending the audio through the stream, you could cut down on bandwidth quite a bit. and just record it to the video. So I noticed a while ago, oh boy, that battery's going down fast. In order to, well, I can plug it in. Might ought to do that. I figured out just a while ago that I can plug it in. I got to get stuff out of the way. Let me. So I figured out I can plug it in, but I'm going to turn it off because when you plug it in, it turns it off. If you plug in your chart, not to the computer, because when you plug it in the computer, it immediately tries to go to. I have that all wound up real nice over there. Let me get it. So, yeah, you can't see it, but I mean, I can see it, but you can't. I was trying to touch the Wi-Fi, and I thought, okay, can I put it in that mode while it's charging? Because the other battery went all the way down. There wasn't anything showing on it, but it was still running. So I got the other battery and put it in there, but I just never realized, man, they went down a bar or whatever. They're kind of different. They're little squares in the battery. But you hit M. Hit M. Oh, you can't. Okay. Oh, there you go. You just got to hit it good. And you can touch Wi-Fi, and then you can touch that. And then it should put it into there. Yeah. Okay. So now it won't be running the battery down, and I can leave it like that. Well, I'm trying to do it. The other one I plugged in. When I plugged it, I just plugged it in the computer, and it just shut it down, and then went straight into the connect to the files or webcam mode, USB cam mode. So I thought, well, I wonder if I plug it into my. It didn't come with a charger. It just came with a cable, and this cable is the 15-footer that I bought. Much bigger cable, better cable, I think. Anyway, I have one of my phone chargers that it was just sitting there. I don't know why I did that. I left it plugged in with no cable in it. Should have taken it out of there because the transformer's sitting there working for nothing, And it's been there for months. I didn't even realize it. But I usually keep things all plugged in. The phone's plugged into the chargers, and then I turn off. There's an extension cord that runs from a power strip down here under my desk, runs around here to that, and so I turn it on when I get up and turn it off when I go to bed. So they're not running all the time. Now this one this one here that I've got it plugged in so that it won't run down. But normally it's over there by the window plugged in over there, and it does stay on all the time, which I don't like because it's actually what made these batteries swell up so bad. I think one of them was already swelling a little bit, and then I used one camera until the battery swelled up so bad that it disconnected it, and you can't use it anymore. You can't even get the lid on the thing. And then the next one, the one that's in there right now, that I've been kind of swapping it back and forth, whatever, either one of these camera 2 and 3, whichever one I want to use, and then camera. Oh, this is camera 1. Yeah, the camera 1's battery is swollen, but not that bad. This one is the one that it usually lays on the desk with no battery in it, but because camera 3 is the one I like to use for a wireless mic, and it's all set up in OBS Studio, so I don't, But actually, camera 3, the screen has begun to. Well, actually, I thought the screen was separating from it. It is a little loose. Well, this one is too, right there. Surely that's not happening because of me. Yeah, it's sticking up. I think it having that swollen battery in there is causing that. The screen is beginning to kind of separate from the. Just like camera 3, yeah. And you know it real quick because the light starts shining out from under it. It's really not a good thing. I should have broke down and bought. The batteries are probably still available. I found some new. Well, there'd be new old stock, so I don't know what kind of shape they'd be in. That's one reason why I didn't buy them. And they're $16 each. And I thought, well, I paid $15 for the cameras, but they really are worth it because I've looked, and you don't find too many quad cores now. You find dual cores for 20. You're lucky to find them for $25. They're usually $39 at Walmart, and these were $15 at Walmart when I bought them for quad cores. And if you do find a quad core, it's probably going to be $50 and up. So they have really been valuable. That's when I finally decided, well, what I'm really using them for is cameras. So why don't I get a better camera? So I ended up spending $110 on this camera here, and it's hopefully it's going to be worth it. I mean, it's doing what I wanted to do. The only disappointing thing is that really bad audio, onboard audio. But this is how I do my audio anyway, with the SM58 going through my mixer and everything. So the only time when I would want the mic to be, if I want to carry it around and use it like a regular camera, then of course, you want good audio. But and again, like I said before, it does work with my old lapel, but it was distorted, and I thought, well, my new lapel has, I think, a bit weaker signal because it's a dual lapel, but on one, it's not stereo, it's mono, but one connector, and it has a better sound. It sounds better. So I haven't tried it yet. I need to plug it in there and try it. But I'm sitting here with that blinking and waiting for me to do something. I think I'm about out of ideas. What was the other idea I had? Oh, a different app. Yeah. Let me look in. The only other thing, the one other thing I could do is mash the button on the router. I didn't want to do that. I think I'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, I'll leave it on camera. Get up there and find that button. Oh yeah, I need the browser. Actually, I don't necessarily need it on camera. Let's see. Confused here. Let me get I don't know if I want to leave it on desktop or. Yeah, I think I'll leave it on desktop. You'll be the first to see what's going on. I don't remember. The router is not too hard to get to. It's on the top of everything else. Let's see. Oh, okay. I guess I'll just go to connected devices. And I guess this is waiting to connect. So if I mash that connect button on the router and it automatically connects, then I'll have a new device in here. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it like this. That way if I miss anything happening, I'll see it in the